What do you make of Leon?
Honestly, I haven't watched any of his fights. I didn't even know he existed.
An underrated fighter.
Leon is not another pay-per-view draw as well either.
You're just a loser in life, man.
Don't doubt me, I couldn't do it. The horse said I couldn't do it. Look at me now.
Underappreciated and overlooked. This is the story of Leon Edwards. Born in Kingston, Jamaica, he lived in a wooden shack with his family. Leon Edwards would be surrounded by drugs, crime, violence and murder. The sounds of gunshots were a normality, so much so kids would carry on playing if it didn't seem too close by. Leon's parents would split, and although he stayed with his mum, he remained close with his dad, who was the leader of a gang.
In the area I grew up in, there was like gang wars. In my area, my dad was the leader of the gang. Being around like crime and guns and shooting, I lost count of people I've known that's like murdered.
Growing up surrounded by crime and being son of a gang leader desensitized a young Leon Edwards to violence. He would get into so many fights in school, he was nicknamed Rocky. His mother wanted a better life for them and would take a 9-year-old Leon Edwards and move to the UK, where his father had already been staying. They would end up settling in Birmingham. His mother's hope for a better life seemed bleak, as she had to break the news to a 13-year-old Leon that his father's lifestyle had led him to being shot and murdered. This drove Leon down a wrong path, getting into crime himself. Between juggling multiple jobs to keep the family afloat, Leon's mum would also have to pick him up from the police station many times. She did not want Leon to lead this type of life. She did not want her son to end up in jail. She did not want him to have the same end as his father. As fate would have it, she spotted an MMA gym in the local area and scraped enough money by to get a membership for Leon in hopes that it would keep him busy and away from any trouble.
He just caught my eye because he just looked that little bit special.
Just signed me up and then I just fell in love with it.
Leon had caught the bug. He dedicated himself to the gym and the fight game. He started researching and finding out that there are people who have made careers from MMA, which drove him to the gym even more. It was almost inevitable that Leon would make it to the UFC, and after a few fights, would come face to face with a Nigerian nightmare. Kamaru is arguably the best welterweight of all time, truly a force to be reckoned with. Leon would give him a run for his money. The fight would be competitive and stretch Usman to his first decision, although ultimately Leon would come short.
Right hook, beautiful work. A big statement from Leon Edwards here to open up that, spill some blood. Edwards is so fast.
After this fight, Leon would have an impressive winning streak. He would make it on the card for UFC Fight Night in London.
UFC ever come to you with the Rocky fight?
No, didn't ever.
This was the main event to make him in George. It was me versus him. He was the best welterweight in the UK.
Oh, do you think I'm scared, yeah?
Although Leon would be fighting in his own country, his presence would be overshadowed by Darren Tills, who's the most popular fighter in the UFC at the time from the UK, although Leon had done much more.
Back in the social media and the shouting off at the god, that's not his thing.
Leon would receive a poor reaction from his own home crowd, even though he was the one that had been on a winning streak. Was this not what a fighter was supposed to do? Fight and win? Fight and win he did, out-grappling a master grappler in Gunnar Nelson. He showed the crowd that he belongs on this stage. This was supposed to be Leon's big moment. Another fight added to his winning streak. However, a fight would occur backstage between Leon and Jorge, where Jorge would give a cut to Leon. Leon's win was overshadowed and all social media could talk about was this moment.
Four-punch combination, all of which were blocked by Leon Edwards' face.
Leon's win was overlooked. His unbeaten streak was overlooked. Leon Edwards was overlooked. However, he would continue to win and continue to remain on his unbeaten streak. Leon would get another opportunity to fight in London. This time he would be the main event. He was scheduled to fight against Tyron Woodley, and this fight was considered to be a #1 contender fight.
Beat someone like Tyron Woodley, it's going to be amazing. So all your friends and family is coming to watch you.
Cheering for him against Woodley.
Serious new virus, coronavirus.
That the coronavirus presents a public health emergency.
That opportunity taken away from me because of COVID. The fight cancelled on the Sunday, the week before the fight, and he did like a whole campaign broken.
Leon lost his opportunity to fight, and the division will move along without him.
I've also secured an island. I've got an island. The infrastructure is being built right now. We're going to do all of our international fights on this island.
Due to COVID-19 restrictions, UFC came up with Fight Island. Here a fight was scheduled between Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns for the title. However, Gilbert Burns pulled out due to testing positive for COVID-19. On a 6 days notice, Leon Edwards was asked to step in. However, due to the circumstances of COVID, he was not training in the gym for 5 months, forcing him to reject the offer. This was at the dismay of the UFC, who later gave him an ultimatum. They told him face Khamzat Chimaev or get removed from the fighter rankings. He would accept, however, this fight would be cancelled due to Khamzat Chimaev testing positive for COVID-19. Every turn taken by Leon had a roadblock. He couldn't catch a break. Time and again there would be a mountain to climb in front of the path of Edwards.
And in our main event, at welterweight, 5 rounds possible between 13th ranked Belal Muhammad and the 3rd ranked Leon Edwards.
UFC would come to Vegas, and Leon would finally have a chance to main event, facing against Belal Muhammad.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
Oh my goodness.
An unintentional eye poke by Leon would leave this fight as a no contest. Again, another setback for Rocky. No matter what he does, it seems he takes 1 step forward and 2 steps back.
This shit, yeah, man.
It was like doing anywhere.
No, man, what's shit, man? No. This shit, man. This is fucking.
Here's what it is, son. This shit happens. Don't you beat yourself up.
Leon was then scheduled to fight against the fan favourite, Nate Diaz.
Big name in the UFC. Main event. Okay, cool, perfect.
Leon undoubtedly beat Nate in every round, however towards the end of the bout, he would get clipped by Nate, getting wobbled, while Diaz stood there and taunted him. Leon Edwards would end up winning the fight. However, his win was overshadowed by the last few moments. Again, the attention was away from Leon, and all everyone and social media was talking about was the ending sequence. Setback after setback. Being overlooked, he had to make a statement. He had to silence the naysayers and show that he belonged. He had one task to prove himself to everyone, and that was to be champion. But the man holding the title was undefeated. He was the same man that had beaten him before. He was Kamaru Usman.
Well, come on then. What's wrong with you? You're too down. You gotta pull the out of the fire. Stay sure. Come on, Leon, man. You got it, man. Come on. Can't put into words, Joe. It's been a long fight for 4 years. They all doubted me, so I couldn't do it. They all said I couldn't do it. Look at me now. Living there, pound for pound, headshot, dead. I've been down my whole life now. Look at me now. Look at me